morning, Quadcopter 101 here. Before we get started, my shout outs today goes to I Can Drive 55 and Oscars RC. Both of those were the first to say first in one of my recent videos and thus wins this shout out. So congratulations to both of you. What have I got today? This is the Syma X25W. Okay, recently I did a review of the X25 Pro version of this, which had GPS. And that was a relatively nice quadcopter. I actually like that one. But this is the X25W. With the W, it does not have GPS. We'll see how well it is, though. But it is a Wi-Fi FPV flyer by that W. But there is something special. It does not have GPS. But I remember I told you this is going to be the year of both GPS and optical flow position hold quadcopters. Well, that's what this little sensor down here is. This is a little pinhole camera. This is an optical flow sensor that looks directly on the ground and automatically maintains the position of the quadcopter by looking at the ground. So this, although this does not have GPS, it can and will hopefully hold its position even if there's a little bit of a wind without you having to do any flying. So you can get this in the air and get yourself in front of the camera and focus on taking pictures of yourself through this screen here rather than flying the quadcopter. So, you know, this is more or less a selfie drone when you're using it with that sensor. Now, even though I'm pretty sure you can fly it with the app, but it does come with a controller, and a lot of people won't consider a quadcopter unless it does have a controller, and this one does. And the way this controller works is, oops, did you see that? One of my props came off. I didn't put it on fully, but that gives me a chance to show you how the props go on and off. But before I do that, let's go over the controller. This is for taking photos and videos, but since this is an FPV flyer, I'm pretty sure you need to use the app to start the photos and videos, and we will use the app to start the camera. Now, this is up and down on your lens. The lens does tilt down, which you get by pressing this button here, and up by pressing this button here. It will do flips by pressing this button here, and automatic takeoff and landings by pressing this button here. This button, the throttle yaw stick, if you push into it, it will. You can set the trim by pushing into it and then adjusting by going like this, and then pressing it one more time to set the trim. Although I recommend, instead of setting trim, putting the quadcopter on a flat level surface and bringing both sticks down and to the right, I believe, to set. Syma usually uses down and to the right to set the gyros so it'll have flat flight. Also, the pitch roll stick, if you press into that, you can adjust the rates of the quadcopter to go flying higher speeds or lower speeds. And it does have headless mode also, which you adjust by holding into the pitch roll stick. Now, I mentioned this has quick release propellers, and you saw that I did not have one of them on all the way here. But here's how you install these propellers. You just slide them on like so, and see this back pointed end of the propeller. After you push them in, you grab this and then turn them in that direction, and that should set the propeller in there so it doesn't pop out. Let me make sure this one's on good and tight also, because I don't want them falling off in flight. Let's fire this up and see how it flies. So hope you enjoy. Oh, I forgot to mention, I didn't go over the camera. I'm sorry. Again, the lens goes up and down. You can point it remotely using the remote control. And additionally, again, this is a Wi-Fi FPV flyer. It is 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi FPV, so you don't have to worry about 5G Wi-Fi. But with that in mind, it's going to probably interfere with the range of the quadcopter. We'll find that out here shortly, because 2.4 gigahertz operates on the same frequency as the controller, and it does record directly to a microSD card. So let's go for a flight of this thing and see how it performs. Oh, I keep forgetting. Boy, am I going to get a lot of comments from you guys today. But here's the battery. I forgot to mention the battery. It is a proprietary 7.4 volt, 1000 milliamp hour battery. It should give us close to 7 minutes of flight. Now let's go for a flight of this thing and see how it performs. Hope you enjoyed the flight. Okay, this is a Syma Fly app available on Syma. I made a mistake in the beginning, folks. I said that you have to use the app to record this video. You actually can use the controller and to start and stop the video. I'm going to do such by pressing the video button one time. And you can see your recording because these lights will start to flash. That lets you know that it's recording. And we are ready to go. And to take off, we got to bring both sticks down and inboard. to arm the motors. And to take to the air, we can press the automatic takeoff button. And I have a little bit of wind in the back of me, so let's see what it's going to do with takeoff. How's that optical flow position hold working? There, it's taking over now. Let's go a little bit higher. And that's the position hold. It jiggles a bit. But I'm going to get into the view of the camera. Let me make sure that I'm recording Mobazin too. Three, two, one. Okay, it is recording in Mobazin, but this is how the position hold works, how well it works. If there's a bit of a wind, it does jiggle about, trying to maintain its position. But let's get up to the camera first and point it downward a bit and say, how do you like my shirt today, folks? Okay, now it's holding its position very well, okay, because the wind died down a bit. But let's go around. Let's go up this way. Actually, since the wind's at my back here, let's go upwind. See how well the FPV works and how far it goes at. Okay, I am about 40 meters away. So the FPV is working over there. Let's see if I can fly back toward myself using the FPV. And I can. Yeah, let's go up a bit higher now. Now, the altitude hold is not going to work once we get above a certain altitude here. Let me let go of the sticks and show you that. See, that's the wind blowing it back. The wind's coming from that direction now. So, and I'm going to have to go to higher rate too to fight that wind. So this is high rate. So we're going to go upwind, right about there. Go outbound a bit, and let's see how far we can go before we lose this Wi-Fi. Actually, it's not working too bad. I am out about 70 meters. Still got Wi-Fi. So the Wi-Fi signal is not too bad on this. Let's see if I can bring it back toward me. Turning. You know, it's a little bit choppy out there. And it keeps leveling itself because it's, I think that's what it does when it loses signal from the transmitter. So it's leveling itself there. Yeah, let's bring it down. Okay. Let's see, are we, yeah, I think we're still recording. Let's bring it down and confirm that. Let's do an automatic landing. Okay, the lights are blinking, so that tells me we're recording. They do blip, 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 like that. I don't know if you can see that or not. But see the blinking green light and the blinking red light. And it's holding its position well right now, even though we got a wind coming from this way. Not too bad. So let's try a flip. Let's go over here away from my car and upwind, which the wind is blowing that way now. And try a flip, which is this button here. Forward flip, right flip, left flip, forward flip. So it does flips well. Let's see about acrobatics. Going down, I am in second rate. Let's see if it'll do a forward flip coming this way. That ain't too bad. Let's try another flip coming this way. No more flips. So that means the battery's telling us that don't want to do any more flips. Oh, there we go. And I'm going to stop the camera real quick and restart it. Coming down and make sure that camera is started. Okay, let's see how high we can go before we lose its position hold capability. I'm about, I don't know, about 10 meters up. Let's point the camera down so you can see me. We'll go up a bit higher. about 15, or not 10 meters, 10 feet I was meant. Okay, we are about 15 feet there, and now it's not holding its position anymore. So let's come down and see, about a little bit lower, 12 feet or so, and it's holding its position. So around a little over 10 to 12 feet, it'll hold its position. And see if I can get that camera one more time from up there. And say hi. And raising the camera up. Backing it out a bit, saying hi again. Hi. And up more. Okay, up all the way. So that's all the way up. And let's come back down again. So yeah, it's got some maneuverability. Is there a higher rate? Nope. Beginner and intermediate rate. So that's its flight capability and intermediate rate. Let's stop the recording one more time here. Make sure we got that last recording. Starting it again. Recording started. So good beginner's quadcopter. Relatively good FPV range of about 70 meters or so. I don't think it's doing any more flips right now. Oh, it can still do flips, so I still got battery power, surprisingly. Not too bad. Now, again, there's a different version of this. Okay, I've lost signal there, so I guess its battery's probably getting weak. Let's see if that does that again here. Come a little lower. But there is a Syma X25W version with GPS, and again, I like that one a lot because you get a GPS that, you know, with full GPS capability, you can go out a couple hundred meters with it and have it automatically return to you. This one does not. Okay, it's reaching the edge of its reception range right there, which again is telling me its battery power is probably getting low here. It was doing those wiggly whips. I don't know if you saw that or not. You probably saw that in the recorded video, but right about there. Let's see if it does that again. Nope. Going upwind, coming down. So, the X25 Pro, I was talking about the Pro, but again, you know, that can go at pretty dang good range, and along with FPV range. But this one here, since it's a 2.4 gigahertz FPV flyer, you know, it ranges out to about 70 meters, FPV range and control range. So, you know, mainly for beginners. And you see those, it's doing it again, those blip, blip, blips. That's where it's losing reception from the transmitter, and it'll automatically, I guess, get ready to do a automatic landing here. You know, it's leveling itself off in preparation, saying, "Where's the transmitter? I'm going to have to land momentarily." Then it regains the transmitter and continues on flying. So let's bring it in closer again. Let it go into its automatic position hold capability. See how long it takes to get that capability. I'm walking up toward it, saying, "Oh, there's all kinds of gopher holes out here." I want to walk over that. Groundhogs. Let's say, "How do you like my shirt today?" One more time. It's a Woodstock shirt, if you haven't noticed. But, okay, it's holding its position well. Now, I mentioned that you could, no, I don't see how you could fly this. Oh, maybe you could fly it using the transmitter if I hit that power button there. But, okay, its position hold capability is starting to get a little squirrely here as the wind, or as its battery dies down and as the wind hits it. I'm going to start that video one more time. Make sure I got that video. But it's walking away from me here, and then now it's going over this way. So as its battery gets weaker, I think it's battery. The flashing now is its battery power. Okay, no, that's the camera. It's double flashes, then they're solid. I'm not sure. Okay, we still got battery power on it. It's holding its position now. I haven't taken any photos yet. Let's try the photos. Okay. Am I in the camera? And it's walking away from me. So, okay. I don't know what more to do with it here. Again, I can only take it out to about 70 meters before we lose reception range. And its battery should be getting low soon. Although, I'm surprised at the flight time I'm getting on this. I don't think I'm recording right now. Trying to save the battery power. Do I still have flip power? Still have flip power. So that 1000 milliampere hour battery gives a lot of flight time. A lot of flight time. I think it has more flight time than the GPS version. But then again, the GPS version, GPS is going to suck a lot of power. So this one seems to fly longer. But we'll just fly it until its battery goes kaput. Okay, let go. Okay, it's flashing again. I wasn't recording, so I put it in hover, and then the flashing thing stops. Then it starts. I'm looking at the flashing lights. Every once in a while, these things will flash. I guess as I'm drawing power from doing maneuvers, the battery level starts to get low to a point where it's saying, okay, I'm getting low. But then when I turn off, let it hover, it becomes, the battery sag goes away, and it becomes an acceptable level that it continues flying. So if you kept this thing in hover, if say you're doing selfie pictures and selfie photos only instead of the maneuvers, let's do that again, start the video. This would probably last a long time. So I'm over the gopher holes again, and I'm filling up their holes. I'm sorry, little guys. I'll go over here. So yeah, it gives it a lot of flight time. Yeah, let's let go. See how long it takes for the optical hold to stabilize. It takes a few seconds before that optical hold kicks in. So pointing down, coming up to the camera and saying, "Hi, Ma." So, not too bad, hover. So, raising the camera back up again. Up, up, up. No, that's down, down, down. This is up. And going out again. Flop it overhead. Let's do a rotate of the area. Showing the camera again. Boy, that's a long flyer. I guess that's good. That's the advantage of this thing over the 25 Pro. Is there's less battery being sucked by the GPS system, so you get a lot more flight time. Quite a bit more flight time. I'm surprised I'm still flying. Let's stop that camera again. Bring it down low again. Okay, now I'm getting steady blink, blinks, blinks, blink, blink. That's not the camera. That's probably telling me my battery is low. And there we go. Steady blinks. And then it does an automatic landing. So that is the flight time of this thing. Long flight time, huh? So the Syma X25 Pro has relatively good FPV range for a Wi-Fi FPV flyer at about 75 meters, FPV and control range. Camera 720p HD, and long flight time as compared to the the Pro model because there's not much sucking juice out of this thing, out of that 1000 milliampere hour battery. So hope you enjoyed this flight. This is Quadcopter 101 signing out.